It's March 21st. Welcome to YesToHellWith.com. I'm going to share something that's amazing to me. The responses I get when I say that I will never file a federal income tax return again. People don't ask me questions. They don't seek understanding as to why I say that. No, they attack. They say you're a dumbass. You're ignorant. You don't know the law. Or they say you won't be able to live, to get a loan, to get a home. They'll take your bank account. They'll take everything you have. Or you should just leave the country then. And then comes a frequent response. Just pay your taxes and enjoy your life. But let me ask you something. If every man, if every woman just complies, obeys, and submits, then what changes? Nothing. Edmund Burke once said, quote, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing," end quote. And that is exactly where we are today in America, a nation of compliance, a culture of fear, a system not built on law but on presumption, and most often fraudulent presumption. Let me make something very clear. I did not go to prison because I was wrong. I did not go to prison because I didn't understand the law. I went to prison because I challenged a system, a corrupt system, a system that does not operate on truth. It operates on presumption, enforcement, and then silence. And in that fire, with what I endured, I learned. I saw how the system really works. Not theory, not textbooks, but the reality, all the moving parts, the corruptness of it all. A system that presumes jurisdiction, assumes status, and constructs the obligation and then enforces it against an unwitting people. Now, think about this. When a soldier goes to war, do they expect comfort? No. They expect risk, loss. They expect that standing for something may cost them everything. An electrician faces death in his work. A soldier risks death. But a man who stands for truth, he's told you're stupid. Just comply, stay safe. No. There's always a price for admission. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But even in loss, there is knowledge that's gained. There's clarity. There is a path forward for those who are willing to learn from those losses. And that is the difference. Some people see a man who stands for truth and says, I don't want that risk. Others say, what did he learn? And how do I prevail where he did not? Because this is not about recklessness. This is not about ego. This is about authority, jurisdiction, status, standing, obligation, enforcement, and ultimately prevailing over the fraudulent umbrella that is the presumption of authority and obligation. The Liberty Dialogues is not a theory. It's a method of seeing what is actually happening, and people are using the Liberty Dialogues now to prevail in certain venues and in courts, and they are not refusing to live under unchallenged presumption. So if you want to mock me, mock. If you want to condemn me, condemn. If you want to seek comfort over truth, well, that's your choice. But for those who seek understanding, for those who do seek truth, for those who are willing to think, I say this: build upon victories, learn from the losses, stand with clarity. Because if good men and good women do nothing, then nothing changes. But if even a few of us choose to understand, to question, to stand, then there is still a path forward. Let us learn, let us think, let us stand, and let us restore what has been lost. And as always, may truth reign supreme.